Hello. Sorry that it's dark. Day 69. It was a really good day. I was thinking to myself, I don't have anything to write about or record today because it was a good day. And then, um, lots of misbehavior by my daughter, lots of defiance, lots of not listening. And I know that I created some of it because I didn't stick to the consequences that I had set out, and I'm the person that sticks to the consequences. I pride myself on being the bad cop or whatever. Today I didn't, because I knew that number one of the consequences wasn't going to work because I didn't have a backup plan for dinner. We don't have groceries in our house, like enough to make a meal for both of us. So I knew we needed to go to dinner. So saying she wasn't able to go to Culver's was not going to be an option. The second one was, while we were there, she was misbehaving. So I said, okay, you can't have ice cream. While she sulked around, but also she sat and listened. And there were lots of parents around me, and I was just embarrassed and everything. So I gave in and I said she could have ice cream. Then it was her third strike, and so I said it was time to go. It was getting late anyway, and I had to take my youngest son home too because he was getting tired. She would not move. She wouldn't move. So I had to walk behind her and not push her, but walk with her to make her walk forward. We got to the parking lot and she just would not budge, and so I hooked my arm in her arm, kind of like when you walk arm in arm with somebody. I did that. And I was essentially pulling her along, and she was just leaning back and digging in her heels, and it was just awful. And I was scared. I was scared that, a car would come whipping around that corner and hit her or something, So I got open the van. I lifted her in there. I probably, and I started closing the door. I swore under my breath, probably a little louder than I should have. And I was making my way to the other side of the van to make sure my youngest was getting buckled. And this stranger in the parking lot, I hear them say, loud yelling, "That's not right. That's messed up. That's not okay." And I was stunned, but it was brief because my daughter had, in the meantime, opened the door back up and was getting ready to bolt out of the car into the parking lot. So I ran over there. The stranger was still watching us, and I tried to calm her down, but I was shaking. I was scared for her. I was scared of the stranger. What were they going to do? Was the stranger going to come over by us? Was the stranger videotaping me? What? I didn't know, and I tried to calm us both down. I told her how scared I was. I told her how not okay it was. I asked her if she was okay. She was crying. I was near crying. I was trying to get her to calm down and just say everything was fine now. We're on our way home. It was a long day, all that stuff, I'm just shaking. I'm still shooken up. I know that I didn't do the right things. But what am I supposed to do when an 8-year-old has a 2-year-old tantrum, and when it's not in a safe place, and when I have all my brain just telling me, you're the one that did this, but also what about that stranger? Is that stranger, gonna report you? And what does that all mean? And what did I do the right thing? And it's just so hard. I just want my kids to be happy. I just want them to be safe. I just want them to behave. I know it's too much to ask. I know to behave is too much to ask, and it's comparing them to other people. It's comparing them to all sorts of things. But just life would be just so much easier, you know. So anyway, it's like 11:30 and I'm still pretty shaken up, so I don't know. I don't know. Once again, I feel like a broken record. I say this a lot. I don't know how to get rid of this one, you know. So anyway, I reached out to some people. It's embarrassing though to talk about. But here I am blasting it for all the world to see. Um, it's embarrassing to talk about how I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like failing as a parent, you know, sucks. It really does. I'm trying to hold it together and not cry. You guys have seen enough of that. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this short then. Well, not short. It's probably one of the longest videos I've done. All right. Have a good night.